Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Intuitive Art Mediums. Thank you so much for joining me for your Pisces full moon pick a card tarot reading. And also, the sun has now entered Virgo, so happy birthday to all the Virgos out there. This Pisces full moon is going to occur either on Thursday, August 27th, when the moon opposes the Virgo sun at 9:18 p.m. Pacific time, or Friday, August 28th, when the moon opposes the Virgo sun at 12:18 a.m. Eastern time. So please adjust to your location on the planet. We also have a lunar eclipse with this Pisces full moon. And it is going to be one of the most challenging days of the year, as this lunar eclipse makes a T-square with Uranus in Gemini and Mercury in Virgo. So Uranus and Mercury are squaring each other. The moon is going to be opposing the Virgo Mercury. And I also want to mention that Mercury is the ruling planet of Virgo. And the Virgo sun is going to square up with Uranus in Gemini. So Uranus and Mercury are very similar. Uranus is like the higher octave vibration of Mercury. They both have to do with the mind, the intellect. Uranus has more to do with sudden changes, uh, interruptions, as well as technology. And Mercury is more of also having to do with the intellect, but also communications and travel. And so there's going to be some challenges. As I said, it will be one of the most challenging days of the year. So be good and kind to yourself. We have 3 piles to choose from. This is pile 1 with the opalite sphere. This is pile 2 with the adventurine cube. And this is pile 3 with the lapis lazuli sphere. Take your time in choosing your pile. You may be drawn to more than one pile, and that's your intuition letting you know that there's a message for you in that pile as well. I'll begin with pile 1. There'll be timestamps in the description below for the other 2 readings, and I will meet you at your reading. Hello, pile 1. If you were drawn to the opalite sphere, welcome to your reading. We're going to begin your reading with your 3 oracle cards first, and then we'll dive deeper into your reading with some tarot. And we begin with the first quarter moon in Aries. Step into your power. I really like that because this is encouraging you to step into your power. And then we have into the unknown, underworld depth, courage, facing your fears. And I like this because it does represent the Pisces energy. And Pisces ends the astrological wheel as Aries begins the astrological year. And we also have the moon entering Aries the next day on Saturday, August 29th. So there is that in between time with this lunar eclipse, clearing out what no longer serves you so that you can step into your power. Next, we have align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change. And that can be part of stepping into that unknown energy. But you're stepping into your power. And sometimes we can be afraid of our own power. Okay, let's dive deeper into this with the tarot. I am using the tarot of the Moon Garden for this reading. The moon does represent our emotional body, and I feel like that the shadow of this lunar eclipse is clearing that away as the shadow comes across the moon. It's pushing out what no longer is aligned with us. And then in that darkness of the lunar eclipse, that is the unknown, the transformation. And then as that shadow passes over and begins to reveal the moon again, this can be a great energy to begin to align with that transformation, with your power. Okay, we have for you the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, this is a card of contemplation. Is what you're working on worth your time and energy? Is it time to harvest? This is about the ripening and picking the opportunities at the right time. Next, we have the Two of Staffs. This is stepping out of your comfort zone, but this too is a card of contemplation. You're looking at the world, the globe that is in your hand, and you're contemplating on where you want to put your energies. What kind of impact can you have on the world? It's also looking into the unknown here, because there's much about the world that we don't know, and we can be curious about that. Next, we have the Empress. This is about harvesting, and Virgo season is about harvesting. The cornucopia, what you've put your work into with that Seven of Pentacles, and what you want to do with that. She has the ability to manifest what she does desire. She's the Empress. She is fertile. This could be being fertile with ideas. And sometimes we can get a flood of ideas and we have difficulty on focusing on where we want to direct our energies. And that can be with that Two of Wands of where do I want to step into? What is it that I want to do next? And Virgo, ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is currently in Virgo, so it's in its home base. Mercury is also the ruling planet of Gemini, and Uranus is in Gemini. So even though they're squaring up here, there is that rulership between the two signs. And Uranus in Gemini is asking you to step into your higher vibration. Next, we have the Hanged Man. The Hangman is about looking at things from a different perspective. And it too is also a time of transformation. I often perceive the hangman as a caterpillar shrouded in its cocoon of mystery in its own transformation as it transforms from caterpillar into a butterfly or moth. And it's dreaming of what it's becoming. So pay attention to your dreams. What are you becoming? What is it that you want to become? What is giving you your power? And step into that aspect of yourself. Okay, let's get some clarifying cards on here with the Light Seer Tarot. Virgo is also about making lists. So this is a great time for writing down your ideas, possible projects. That way there, if you don't have time to do certain aspects or certain ideas or projects, you have them written down so it's clearing your mind so that you can focus on what's aligning with you at this time. And we have for you on the Seven of Pentacles, justice. Okay, some of you might be contemplating, has your life been fair? Where has it not been fair? And if there's nothing you can do about that, then maybe it's just time for you to step away, let that go. It feels like that it's a burden. The Justice card is also asking you to bring your life back into balance. And as you bring your life back into balance, it enables you to step into your power. And I feel like that stepping into your power is doing the right thing for you, even though you're stepping into the unknown. You're aligning your energies. That alignment is the same as bringing balance into your life. On the Two of Staves, we have the Devil card. Okay, some shadow work. Maybe stepping out of your comfort zone means it's time for you to do a little more shadow work, understanding your fears, also into the unknown, that darkness. Here we have this abyss. It looks like it's sucking energy down, but this could also be pulling away, which no longer serves you at this time as you levitate above that. It's also a portal to a new world. Uh, Again, doing some shadow work, facing your fears. Our shadow holds our power. Our power is locked up in our fears. And when we face our fears, when we understand them and heal those shadow aspects, it releases the power to us. On the Empress card, we have the Page of Cups. Creativity. Create what you love and love what you create. I feel like that you are creating a new life for yourself as you come into alignment with your life. The Empress is very creative and manifesting through that creativity. And then we have the High Priestess on the Hangman. I feel like this is when you are meditating or dreaming, that is the time when you're receiving your messages from your higher self, from your spirit guides. And as I had mentioned before, Mercury is the ruling planet of both Virgo and Gemini. And with Uranus in Gemini, even though there's a square there, and squares are challenges, but it's those challenges that help us gain the strength to rise up to the next level, to the next octave, which Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury. Okay, let's get you a magical spell card because it's always fun to do magic, and sometimes it's helpful to focus our energies, to have a spell to focus our energies, to align ourselves and manifest what we desire. And we have for you Aura Cleanse. Okay, so mix 3 drops of rosemary with 1 cup of sea salt and alcohol. It is to warm your bath. Let me see this. Okay, it sounds like that this is a bath mixture. So mix 3 drops of rosemary with a cup of sea salt and add to a warm bath. Soak in the bath for 15 minutes to refresh and reinvigorate energy that has been picked up during the day. So this is to help you cleanse negative energy that you've absorbed through the day. So do an aura cleanse. This is going to help you to rebalance your life, clear that negative energy, and align your energies. Okay, let's get you some tea leaf cards. Okay, so we have for you the wedge. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. Okay, that can be part of that aura cleanse. Do the 3 drops of rosemary with that cup of sea salt or Epsom salts and add it to your bath and soak into it for 15 minutes and let that wedge dissolve. Next, we have the shark. Take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. Okay, so whoever this someone is that's trying to come between you and something you want, and we do have this devil card, and if there's someone that's not, it doesn't feel right to you, or it feels like, this person is saying all the right things, trying to get me to put my guard down, that is a time for you to be aware. Next, we have the broom, a new home and a new attitude. And here I feel like that here you are stepping into your power. You're clearing the clutter out of your life. And that could be that the people or situations that you need to remove yourself from in your life, you are going to sweep away with your broom. Some of you might be uh, moving to a new home to get away from those situations, or possibly changing your job again to get away from those negative situations. For others, this could be just no longer associating with those people. Next, we have the ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. So here the marriage could represent a contract, an agreement with doing a business. But with this new home, it could be that you are moving in with someone new. And we do have the Page of Cups with the Empress here. And the Page of Cups is a card of love, and it's creativity. And that broom is with that a new home, a new attitude. And this could be someone uh, that sees you and appreciates you. They're not trying to change you. They're not trying to get you to do what they want. Those can be red flags for you. And then we have the shield. You need to defend yourself. We do have the Justice card here with the Seven of Pentacles. And so make sure that you read the small print on any contracts that you might be signing. You might want to have a lawyer look at the contract to make sure that you have full understanding and that there's nothing hidden there. So this is your reading pile 1. I hope that it was helpful for you. And until next time, take care. Enjoy your magical full moon, lunar eclipse, and blessed be, my friends. Hello, pile 2. If you were drawn to the adventuring cube, welcome to your reading. We're going to look at your 3 oracle cards first, and then we'll dive in deeper with the tarot. And we begin with planetary wave, soul mission, trust the inner call, soul team. So I feel like your spirit guides are with you and you're riding this wave, and you're not the only one riding the wave. And this is calling you to your soul mission, and you're meant to trust that inner call. Next, we have the initiation, a rite of passage, crossing the threshold. I really like this because I feel like that this wave is crossing into this new portal. And then we have the last quarter moon in Capricorn, leave the past behind. And here you are with this initiation, leaving the past behind. You're leaving the darkness behind and you're moving into the light, and you're being initiated into your soul mission. So you're meant to trust that inner calling. Let's dive deeper into this with the tarot. And we have for you the Page of Swords. This is asking you to be curious. This is also a card of someone watching you. This could be your soul team that is watching you and guiding you. But it is a card of curiosity. Next, we have the Six of Swords. I like this because you are moving forward. You're moving out of the choppy waters, riding this planetary wave into the calming healer waters for your initiation so that you can leave the past behind. This can be a total transformation of who you are, especially if some of you are reinventing yourself. You might be feeling a bit of a identity crisis, and this is calling you to reinvent yourself, discover who you are, be curious about that. Next, we have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so this is don't call attention to your weaknesses, don't seek pity, but this is also learn how to help yourself. This is a challenge where you are learning to overcome those challenges. And quite often, part of that rite of passage, that initiation, is a challenge for you to discover who you are and just how strong you can be. Next, we have the Three of Swords. This is the past that you're meant to leave behind. The heartache, the pain, the betrayal, it does not serve you. So leave that behind. We have the Hermit on the bottom of the deck. Some of you might be experiencing a dark night of the soul. And this again can be part of this initiation. You're in the darkness, and it is your soul light that is guiding you to the portal. And this Pisces lunar eclipse can be used as a portal. Pisces is the last astrological sign on the wheel, and it will enter Aries on Saturday, which is the beginning of the wheel. So there is an ending with a new beginning here. Let's get the clarifying tarot here with the inner light. And we have for you the Eight of Cups, walking away from what no longer serves you, not settling for less. You're walking towards something better. You're walking towards your sun. You're following your light. And you're riding this planetary wave through the initiation. And you are leaving that which doesn't align with you any longer. On the Six of Swords, we have the Three of Cups, a card of celebration, celebrating the initiation, because quite often when we go through a rite of passage, when we've crossed through that portal, we celebrate. And there is your soul team, those who have gone through uh, a similar experience, this passage of this rite of passage, are there to celebrate with you. On the Five of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Pentacles. To me, this is indicating that you have resources available to you. Just as these people in the Five of Pentacles are seeking shelter in the sanctuary, they're still moving forward and they have the resources. The Queen of Pentacles is very resourceful. She's also involved with her community. On the Three of Swords, we have the Ten of Wands. Okay, with this on the Three of Swords, I feel like that maybe you're carrying emotional burdens that aren't yours. Sometimes, especially if you're a very empathic person, we can entangle our own emotions with other people's emotions because we relate to them so much that it's difficult to discern between what is ours and what belonged to other people. And I feel that this is an indication that as you leave the past behind, you are also leaving behind uh, those emotional entanglements. This could be people making you feel guilty for not doing what they wanted you to do. But now is the time for you to choose what is right for you. Okay, let's get you a magical spell card because it's always fun to do magic. And with this Pisces lunar eclipse, this is a great time for doing magic because you can work with the whole phase of the moon. Because as the shadow crosses over the moon, we're working with the waning energies. And then as the shadow leaves the moon, you're then working with the waxing energies. So we have for you home harmony. Okay, so enchant pieces of pale blue or white paper with symbols, incantations, or pictures that represent happiness, peace, then place the pieces in various parts of your home, such as under or behind furniture, to keep your space free of stress and low vibrations. So, whatever symbols seem right to you, they can be symbols of protection, they can be photos of happiness and joy, uh, whatever resonates with you. And this can be something that you can do. You can place them behind a mirror that you look into. These can be positive affirmations that remind you to be joyful with gratitude. Okay, let's get you some tea leaf cards. Okay, and we have for you the dog barking, advice from a friend. Now be careful with this. Did you ask that friend for advice? Or are they just telling you what you should do or what they think you should do? If it feels right, then, maybe go with it. If not, just say thank you, but that might be something that's right for you, but it doesn't feel right for me. So be careful about taking any unsolicited advice from a friend, even if they mean well. Okay, next we have the gavel, involvement with the law. So that could be something that of the past that you're leaving behind. That could have something to do with this Three of Swords and the Ten of Wands. And it is here with leaving the past behind. And if you had any kind of legal situations, was it somebody else, putting their problems onto you? And, maybe they were telling lies and, or said that you did something that you didn't do just to get you in trouble. Uh, those are people that you might want to leave behind. Next, we have the rainbow. The most difficult part of a situation is over. I feel like it's because you're leaving someone behind. And that is also part of that rite of passage, crossing the threshold. A rainbow can be that pathway. And then we have February. So you could be crossing that threshold in February. I also want to mention that February is also Aquarius Pisces energy. So it could have something to do with this full moon. So the new moon in Pisces will occur late February, early March during Pisces season. Next, we have the candle. You will be shown the way. And I do feel like that is part of your rite of passage and crossing a threshold. And so I'm going to end your reading here. I feel like that you do have this candle and the rainbow that is helping to guide you along the pathway that is meant for you. And that candle can represent your soul light. And if you think of the chakras, the color of the chakras is the same colors as the rainbow. So tuning in with your own energies, knowing which energies are yours and those that are not yours, and releasing that. So I'm going to end your reading here. I hope that it was helpful for you, Pile 2. Until next time, enjoy this Pisces full moon, lunar eclipse. Work with this energy. It's giving you an opportunity to let things go and let yourself glow and reinvent yourself. So until next time, take care and blessed be, my friends. Hello, Pile 3. If you were drawn to the lapis lazuli sphere, welcome to your reading. We're going to begin your reading with your 3 oracle cards, and then we're going to dive deeper into your reading with some tarot. So we begin with transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. This could be doing some energy work that can have an impact on the cellular level. Next, we have making waves. Momentum is building. It's your time. Achievement. So part of that transformation and your healing can be making those waves. And I just noticed that she's sitting on this throne with statues of Sekhmet, and then Bast is right here. And I know that Reiki Saishin is ruled by Sekhmet. So this could represent receiving some Reiki energy that is doing a transformation. Even if you're getting Reiki attunements, this could be initiating that deep healing at a cellular level, and it's giving you that momentum for your achievement. And then next we have the last quarter moon in Taurus. Be proud of yourself. Okay, so be proud of the progress that you're making. You're changing, And changing is not always an easy thing to do. Let's dive deeper into this. And those changes could be making waves in your life, but this is giving you the momentum that you need to achieve what is right for you. So let's get some tarot from Tarot of a Moon Garden. And we have for you Three of Swords. This is a card of betrayal, but also healing from that pain. You know, there are people that can wound us, but they are revealing more about themselves than they are about you. And now is the time to pull those tiny daggers out of your heart and do some healing and forgive yourself, learn those lessons, and you'll get that momentum going to do that deep healing. Okay, next we have the Eight of Swords. Okay, this is someone who is frozen with fear, feeling like they're trapped. But there is a way out. There is a way for you to set yourself free. And sometimes emotional pain can freeze us up. You know, there is that flight or fight or freeze. But she has ways of setting herself free. You don't have to be the sacrificial lamb. You don't have to be the scapegoat here. And I feel like that those of you that were drawn to this particular pile might be doing some deep healing from being the scapegoat in your family, you know, which can also lead to you being the scapegoat at work and in your social circles, because that's what you're used to being. And part of this transformation is you to reclaim your power. And you do with the Ten of Pentacles. This is a card of wealth. It's also financial windfall. This could be an inheritance as well as creating a legacy. And sometimes the things that we inherit is some of that family dysfunction dynamic. And when you recognize it, that's where you can start making changes within yourself and then making those changes at a cellular level. Next, we have Death. This is a card of transformation. It's a card of death and rebirth. You have to let go of your old self and allow your new self to emerge. The bottom of the deck, we have Strength, and this is ruled by Leo energy. And Sekhmet also rules over the sign of Leo. So I feel like that we need to bring this card out too, because I think that this death transformation is actually going to bring about your strength and for you to be proud of yourself. Let's get some clarifying cards on here for you. Pile 3, you are going through some big changes, but you are doing a lot of deep shadow work, soul healing, realizing that a lot of these negative experiences were put upon you, but you are learning the lessons. They're teaching you more about yourself and your resilience to overcome difficulties and reclaim your strength and allow yourself to shine, especially around those people who tried to kick dirt on your shine or tell you not to shine. On the Three of Swords, we have the Seven of Wands. Standing in your own truth, learning how to stand up for yourself. You may not have been able to stand up for yourself in the past. You may have been punished for speaking the truth, because quite often the scapegoat is the truth seer, and they are quite often punished for speaking the truth, and you learn to keep those truths to yourself, but that's what helps you hold on to who you truly are in a difficult situation. On the Eight of Swords, we have the Ace of Swords. Stay focused on what it is that you want to accomplish. Stay focused on your truth, who you are, not what others project upon you or what others want you to be. You are staying focused on who you truly are, on your truth. On the Ten of Pentacles, we have the Chariot. I like this because you are setting yourself free. And I like that following the Eight of Swords. Could be that you're focused on setting yourself free. The Chariot is like, I got the keys to the car, and or I have a vehicle, I have a way out of this situation to a much better situation with the Ten of Pentacles where you have security. And here we have an arch, which is like a portal, and you're crossing through that. You're leaving what's behind you, and it's transforming you. And on the Death card, we have the Four of Wands. This is something to celebrate. And that could be making waves for the people that wanted to keep you imprisoned because they wanted to keep taking your energy. So they had someone to keep playing a role that they needed for someone else to play. And you're like, I'm not playing this game anymore. I'm done. I'm gone. And this is cause for celebration. And there are those like you who are celebrating with you. So be proud of yourself. You have that card. You're going to be successful. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. As I said, you are going to be successful by reclaiming your power, by answering your calling. You will find your success because this is what you are meant to do. Let's get you a little spell card because it's always fun to do magic with the moon. And with this Pisces lunar eclipse, you can work with all the phases of the moon in one night. You can clear that shadow and reveal new light. And we have for you soul care. Okay, so make moon water, which is water that has been left for some time under the light of a full moon. With I would recommend that you use spring water. Do not use tap water or purified water because that water has chemicals in it and it's also been denatured. So try to use spring water. And use this water to brew a daily cup of rosehip tea to nourish your body and soul. Now you can of course use whatever kind of tea feels right for you. Drinking healthy teas, like lemon balm tea, it can be very calming, or chamomile lavender tea. All of these kinds of teas can be very helpful for your healing and bringing calm into your life. Okay, let's get you some tea leaf cards. How appropriate with your soul care and your cup of tea made with moon water. I feel like these cards want to come up. So we have Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assure success. Well, that is definitely in this reading. And we have March. Okay, now March is the beginning of March, end of February, beginning of March is Pisces energy. This is the Pisces full moon. So I feel like that you can be working with that energy and also have that transformation because we're moving to the end of summer and we'll be coming into the beginning of autumn when the sun enters Libra next. But Virgo sun is about healing yourself. And this may take some time for this transformation. And I feel like that as you go through the autumn, you're letting go of that which no longer serves you so you can stand in your truth, be focused on uh, your transition. And in the springtime, you'll be celebrating your success. You'll be springing forth with new life. Okay, next we have career. Okay, for some of you, you could be starting a new career in March, or going to school to learn the skills you need for a new career. Then we have the stork, news of a birth or a new business opportunity. And I like that as well. That could be something that you're doing in the springtime. Okay, then next we have um, the chair empty. Someone is leaving your life. And I think that this is a positive thing because we have that Three of Swords and Eight of Swords, and you're standing in your truth. We have the Chariot. You are, and it could be you are the one that's leaving someone's life for a better life, for your own success. And I'm going to end your reading here, pile 3. I hope that you found this helpful and encouraging, especially if you are dealing with difficult situations, and really tune into yourself. What is the right thing for you, regardless if it makes someone else unhappy? If they are not happy for you, then they do not care about your happiness. You want to be around people like the Four of Wands who celebrate your happiness. You're celebrating each other's happiness. So I hope that this has been helpful for you. And be proud of yourself because you are showing just how strong you are standing in your own truth. So enjoy this Pisces full moon, lunar eclipse, work with that energy, take care of your soul and well-being. And until next time, take care and blessed be, my friends.